Welcome to vlog 31, 32, 33, 30. Welcome to vlog 32. This is going to be the second day of Expo West. Today, my brother is coming up from Phoenix, and he's actually going to be camping with us tonight. We're all fit in the CVT tent. It's actually pretty cool. You see, I have a problem. I was reviewing footage, and as I was looking through the footage, I realized that I really wasn't doing a very good job of telling the story of what it was like being there that day, being there today, that day. Today is not that day. Today is like 2 months later. So I figured that I would chime in every couple of minutes if I needed to, if something wasn't quite connecting or making sense, to kind of patch the story together a little bit. Oh, and to prevent this video from being 25 minutes, I'm actually going to break this vlog into 2 parts. There's my brother.
What up? How's it going? I didn't think I was gonna get all this stuff.
This is my brother.
What up, guys?
He's wearing a California shirt. I mean, nothing against California. I think California is really cool.
In Arizona, we don't have many long sleeve shirts.
Oh, so you
gotta use what you got.
So they give you California shirts in Arizona.
They do.
Got it. Wanna look around?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, I figured out what my story was going to be today. By the way, this is my brother, by the way. I only have one. He's my bigger, younger brother. I hope that makes sense.
That's not a fat joke, is it?
It's a fat joke, sorry. He's got a much bigger belly than I do. He also has bigger arms and bigger pecs and bigger legs. I need a front bumper and I need a rear bumper. And there's a lot of options, and I think there's no better venue to try and like figure out which bumpers I'm going to go for. I don't know if I can afford to buy a front and rear bumper this year. I just don't know if I got the money. But we're going to look at all of the options for front and rear bumpers here. So yeah, today is, what is today? Today's Saturday, May 11th. Is it May? No, it's 12th.
May 12th. No, it's May 13th.
Is it?
Yeah, because tomorrow's the 14th.
It is. We've got a class at 10 o'clock that's like 2 hours. Got another class at like later on that's like 2 hours. I'm not sure if they're going to be great classes or not. We'll see. Hopefully they'll be amazing. So yeah.
What it does is it drops your plate down in here. So now you're legal, you've got your lights, so your plate shines. If you don't have a backup camera, there's also just one without it. Right now he's kind of feeling out how the public feels about all these products. Then close it, just put your finger in there, release, put it down. Now this one, this is our tire carrier that kind of has the Baja system, so it slightly angles it. When it comes stock with the bumper, your tire's straight, up and down. So it depends on the feel you want to do this, because some people are like, well, your face is in there. Well, yeah, if you get this one. If not, that is cocked in a little bit more. Later on, right now, we have our jerry's can system. There's going to be a table here. It's going to be a vertical high lift mount, I'm pretty sure, because if he does it horizontal, I'm afraid it's going to catch in here. So I'm assuming it's going to be this way.
So this particular bumper from Expedition 1, I really liked this bumper because I liked how the handles were in the back. I felt like the fit and finish was really clean. I really liked their camber extension. I felt like everything was very tastefully done. But other than this and the CBI bumpers, the front and rear bumper, I didn't get any other footage from any other bumpers. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking, because like this was like my thought process at the beginning of the day, and for some reason I didn't do anything with it. So I'm sorry. So if you came here just because you wanted to see all of the bumper options for the 5th Gen 4Runner, stop watching right now. Come back next week when I think the story might start getting just a little bit better. So they told me that Tyler was telling me your front bumper's brand new, right?
It is, yeah. We just released it here at this show. Yeah, so I mean, basically, our goal, anyways, with the front bumper was to make something that really fit the new design of the factory front bumper on this vehicle.
Right.
So it's hard. I mean, as you can see, the vehicle's got, you know, some major dramatic angle changes going in and then back out.
This was the first thing I noticed right there, and I think you're the only one that has paid attention to that particular detail.
So there's some companies that have attempted to, you know, to build that in, but they haven't brought the whole scoop down, and so that's really what we're known for at CBI, is really the quality and the attention to detail, and we tried to bring that out in this bumper. So that was the first thing. We wanted to build a bumper that would really, you know, fit with the vehicle, line up correctly, look good, look like it was meant to be, you know, not just some hunk of metal on the front. Beyond that, it's just, you know, it's all the standard features. So the bumper's tied in directly to the frame rails. This is a steel version. We offer them in steel and aluminum. So the steel versions are made out of 3/16 metal and attaches to the front frame rails, off to the side, so you've got solid connection points that truly can be used as recovery points.
How much does the steel version weigh versus the aluminum version?
This bumper is about 130 pounds with the full grille protection. The aluminum version of this bumper is going to be just slightly less than half of that. So you'd be about 60 pounds.
So in terms of strength and rigidity and like capability, so like I'll give you an example. I talked to somebody earlier who was, you know, now they're not manufacturing an aluminum version of their bumper, so it's in their best interest to sell me on the benefits of steel, right? And of course his comment was, aluminum's lighter weight and it's not as strong, and when you're in, you know, serious recovery scenarios, it may not hold up as well as a steel variant. Do you have any feedback on that comment?
It's totally true. I mean, you got to buy the bumper that's going to work for the way you use your vehicle. I run an aluminum bumper on my Tacoma.
This one right here?
Because I'm not a rock crawler. I mean, I'm not out there trying to bash in my bumper. It's there in case I accidentally do, something happens or hit the right trail and you need to use it, but I'm not attempting to do that. You do have to be careful with an aluminum bumper. If you're in a real rough recovery situation, you don't want to be doing a side pull on those D-ring tabs, a real hard side pull, because they're aluminum, they'll bend. You know, if it's a hard side pull, straight on, yank it like you would normally.
And on a side pull on the steel variant, you'd be okay.
You're stronger. It still could bend. I mean, if you're doing a real dramatic side pull, it's not to say that wouldn't still bend. But it's a lot stronger. It's going to withstand more. If you mount a single row, then the lens in the housing is showing, and that's how we made it work dual purpose with single and dual.
Basically, here Kayla was just explaining to us that where the light bar is, it actually has the ability to be like a dual purpose, where you could actually do a dual layer, like dual row light or single row light. There's two different kinds of lights, and so basically they made it to where the opening will work for both styles. In the back, behind and the back side of the bumper, where you can't see here when the bumper's installed, it's big enough to accommodate a couple of different light styles. It's basically what he's saying. And then how much is this bumper in black? Just the black powder coat?
You're going to be, so $200 to powder coat the bumper, $14.99 is the retail price on the bumper in steel. You're $300 more for aluminum. Yeah, the rear bumper again is just a solid option. You get the bumper with or without the swing arm. So, you know, again, depending on your use, I have customers that buy just the rear bumper, keep their factory spare up underneath. So nothing changes your space to mount that factory spare. So whatever will fit with your factory bumper will fit with our bumper. But if you want to add the swing arm, then you can do that. Of course, with the swing arm, you get the tire mount. You can either mount roto packs, or in place of the roto packs, you can mount jerry cans. We have a single and a double jerry can mount that you can go with. You can mount your high lift. You've got a fold down table on the back.
What do you do for the camera?
The camera, so this one, because we just built it, this one has not been relocated, but your factory camera is here. We purchase an aftermarket camera and mount it centered on the bottom of the swing arm. So you maintain perspective. You can wire it into your factory system, or you can actually run a new line from the head unit back.
In Moab, this was my main problem right here.
Your hitch, yeah.
It's everywhere. I mean, if I had any fast transitions, I've got a 3-inch lift every time. It was just, I don't know that it really matters, but it's like, eventually something's going to give if you just keep scraping. So at this point in the conversation, we were talking about the hitch receiver, I think is the correct terminology for that. And the thing is that, like I was saying in Moab, I continually scraped it. And for me, if I'm going to replace the rear bumper, one of the things that I would like to do is actually have a bumper where that hitch receiver is, it's raised higher. So that's a selling point to me.
Right here to keep it from rubbing. Is that something that you guys provide, or was that all custom fab that you did?
That was one that we did on that particular bumper.
On lawn darts?
On lawn darts. No, lawn darts was one that he did.
Okay. I looked at a few where there might be a little rub spot, and I was wondering if there's any kind of like anything that you guys have engineered or included in the product that would protect that from rubbing and getting like some corrosion or rust right there.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you guys have?
We can do that. The standard production dual swing arm does not have that. It probably eventually will within the next 3 months or so, but it doesn't right now. But yeah, if you ordered right now and just said, hey, I want that, then we can do it for you.
Okay.
We've used on the other models, we've used a plastic UHMW piece that actually bolts in.
Oh, really?
And becomes the contact point, yeah.
That's awesome. Dual swing.
It's a good way to go.
Yeah.
A lot of people like it.
Yeah, that's great.
So what's this bumper?
Thanks.
Black.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Powder coat, dual swing arm, all that.
So the bumper's $12.99. The swing arm is $6.50. A dual swing arm is $9.50. And powder coating is $2.50.
So 12, then $9.50 on top?
Yeah, most loaded bumpers at a full retail price are going to be somewhere between $21 and $23.
Okay.
Is where a lot of them end up.
Okay. And I think I'm going to end it right there. So part 2 is going to be uploaded in a couple of days, and I'm polishing it off right now, but basically...
Dad?
Yeah?
No, Ben pushed me. No, Ben said that he was going to sell me the bean bag.
Part 2 is going to have one of the classes that we did, and it's actually, it was a really, really interesting experience. It was a good experience, it was just interesting. Oh, by the way, you may be noticing the fact that I've got all of this interesting swag. So I originally got shirts for myself just so that I could have branded material when I'm like on camera. So that, you know, when we're walking around and, you know, people see us, I don't know. I'm a marketer at heart. The interesting byproduct of that is that everybody is going, hey, where can I buy one of those shirts or patches or, you know, stickers or whatever. This is, honestly, this is not me like wanting to like get into merch. And I really was like, resisting it, but I did a little bit of research and was able to come up with some ways of doing this without me having to like warehouse and inventory stuff. If you want some of this stuff, I'm actually launching a store on August 21st, and we're gonna be selling some of it. See you in the next vlog.